Hey kids, Jeremy Zumbrunning from Hank Graff Chevrolet in Davison, out for a cruise today, and wanted to demonstrate and have a quick talk because the news here now in the all-new 19 Silverado 1500 series, new motor. And it's a smaller displacement, 2.7 liter turbo. You got it, 4-cylinder, right? That can't possibly be enough motor is what I'm hearing from everybody. So if we look at it by the numbers, what we care about in the truck is torque. Right? Everybody knows that's what gets the job done. More torque, more power, more tow, blah, blah, blah. So, this motor makes 348 foot-pounds of peak torque, but it does it from 1,500 to 4,000 RPM. It's a dead flat torque curve. So, as soon as you're off idle, you've got max torque. 348 foot-pounds, call it 350, all the way to 4,000 RPM. So, compare that to the other, the volume motor, the 5.3 V8, the old standby, right? That motor makes 383 foot-pounds. So it does make more power, but it doesn't make that torque number until 4,100 RPM. So what I'm going to have you do with me here is watch the tachometer as I'm driving. Watch the tachometer in your own car while you're driving. Okay? The crossover point on the two engines is 3,600 RPMs roughly. So above 3,600 RPM, the V8 makes more torque. Below 3,600 RPM, this turbo 4-cylinder makes more torque. And the reason I'm telling you that is because that's where we all drive. Ain't nobody running around running 4,000 and 5,000 RPM on their engine all day long. It just doesn't work that way, okay? And if anybody wants to test it, I'm happy to do that too. We can line them up. You put these two motors in a drag race, 2.7 4-cylinder wins, and I think people forget sometimes too. There's another brand out there been doing small displacement turbo engines for 8 years now, and they've sold millions. So I'm gonna shut up now, spin you around to my tach and my speedometer, and we're just gonna part throttle this thing and watch how she climbs and watch my RPM on my tachometer there. Pulls right along, and we're right up to 55, 60 miles an hour without it going over 3,000 RPM. Compare that to your V8s, and you'll notice you have to actually run it a little harder to get that kind of acceleration out of it and power. So, I'm not saying that's the be-all, end-all. I'm not saying it's the greatest motor on the planet. We don't know yet. It's new. But I'm saying if your comparison is based on that 4-cylinder can't possibly make enough power, that's just dead wrong. It makes more for everyday use. So, I'm Jeremy Zumbrunning, Hank Graff Chevrolet Davison. Comment with questions, hit the share button, hit the like button, do all that stuff, and maybe one of these days I'll tell you about my skincare routine like everybody else does on here, okay? See ya.